Greetings, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Okay, so we're going to get right into this today. For those of you that are new, I'm a professional intuitive empath, and the thing that I want to talk to you guys today about is not the message coming in. Okay, so the thing that I want to talk to you guys today about is why your divine masculine or divine feminine triangulated you. So what they wanted here was to make the karmic present their best love offer, or to make you present your best love offer. So they wanted the competition because for them it was an ego stroke, right? It made them feel good. And this is the thing that you need to understand. Don't be in the game. This is what I tell clients that I coach and people that I work with and friends that are going through this abuse. When you notice that you're being triangulated, the only way to win is to get out. So many of us get very primally invested in trying to win and prove our worth, and I'm better than her, and she's better than me, and blah, 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 or he or she or them, whomever it is. And the truth of the matter is your divine masculine more than likely chose somebody at their level. I have a video up about water meeting its own level. They chose somebody who was beneath them, who they could control, who they could feel very invested into. My counterpart was very misogynistic, even though she was a woman. She was raised by a father that way, who really leaned into toxic masculinity and very small, closed-minded. I call it Fox News thinking. If you are an observer of that, this is not the channel for you, y'all. Okay, click off. But what I will tell you here is the energy that I observed in that situation was that she felt valued when she felt like she had me kind of chomping at the bit, even though I didn't really understand what was going on. I thought we have a friendship, and this is purposely why I kept our friendship platonic and didn't cross all these lines over and over again. But she did cross all those lines with that other person. So the other person was vicious and like, I want to kill her and I want to run at her neck. And I was like, who are you? Like, this is you don't even have a good life. Like, your marriage is terrible. You don't protect or take care of your kids. Like, you're not a good person. You're low vibrational. I didn't understand why she thought that this was like a worthwhile competition. I'll say it here again. We don't compete if we don't compare. But what she wanted was to think that we did compare, and she wanted me to feel inadequate. And fortunately, I loved myself enough to know you're in a whole demonic situation. It's way deeper than me thinking that you need me to be jealous over this person. Because the truth is, I struggled, and I didn't struggle because of Tinsley. I struggled because my counterpart, my DM, who I don't see as a DM. Oh, I'm almost on low battery. Okay, I'm gonna finish this video. My DM, who I don't see as a DM, meaning divine, whatever. This is just a karmic soulmate who's here to be a real dick and an asshole to me on purpose so that I would learn lessons and grow up and have my own backbone and evolve and move on. We had nothing else. There was nothing special. She didn't care about me. She didn't value me. It was me putting all of this into it. Do you understand? I gotta just tell the truth. She had nothing invested whatsoever. But she did like that she could extract at this moment what she perceived as my loyalty and affection undying for her. She did say to me when I left, like, I never thought this would be over. I bet you didn't. I bet you didn't. But and so she would do things like, I remember sending her like something, and I would purposely say, like, can you not tell Tinsley or anybody about this, because I hate making people feel jealous. I actually don't like that. But she would send me a picture of her sending a picture to Tinsley purposely, because she wanted me to know, not only do I not give a fizz-nug about what you said, but I want Tinsley to be jealous, and I want you to be jealous of Tinsley, because it makes me feel elevated, and it strokes my ego, and it makes me feel better. I also want to teach Tinsley how to treat me. So there was all this triangulation, and any narcissist will do that. Tinsley was a malignant, she was a covert, but they were both hoovering each other. They didn't really even realize it. Tinsley won. But what I will tell you is, but my counterpart thought she was winning because she had this girl, this young girl. It was like the cliche pre-midlife crisis, like younger, blonde, workplace office, like affair with somebody who has 3 kids and a husband. I was like, this is a mess. It's a Lifetime movie. But what I learned about it is information for you. The reason that happened is because she wanted Tinsley to be fully in love with her. She didn't know that Tinsley was obsessive and actually like crazy, and was not going to self-regulate and not going to stop. Don't stop till you get enough. She really walked herself into something. I don't have that time. I have an empire, amen. I have a business. I have entrepreneurship. I have skill sets. I have meditations. I didn't have the time to give her what she needed. And I think she got it from the source she needed it from. But she wanted, not before I disembarked, sparked, she was like, here's a triangle, and here's what I'd like to do is get you and you and you to hate each other. And she did what all narcissist or abusive partners will do, which is try to pit these women against each other. I knew who Tinsley was, but I wasn't necessarily threatened. I was threatened because my counterpart wanted me to feel threatened. Do you understand? It wasn't about the woman. It was about the way that my person was treating me, because I didn't understand, if I've loved you well, why would you treat me like this? And it was because she was like my father. It's funny. I purposely avoided dated West Indian men all of my life. I've dated men, of course. I've dated black men and Spanish and everyone, but I think Asian. I've dated everybody but Asian. No offense, nothing against it. I just never have. But I've dated all the rainbow, right, of men and women. And I avoided West Indian men specifically because I thought that I could outrun my father. But this woman that had masculine energy was very much my father in thought, word, and deed. She was lecherous. She was a womanizer. She was a gossiper. She was a triangulator. She was not a good human. I love my dad. He's crossed over and he came through and was like, the reason you're going through this is because I did not love you right, and I'm going to correct it from this side. My ancestor came in literally with a machete and was like, let's handle this. And I was like, wait a second, in a dream, y'all, in a dream. But what I will tell you is, it was pointed out to me by my angels and ancestors that what she wanted was this kind of attention and energy. This is what your DM wants, and this is why they triangulate you. This is why they drop little things about the karmic. This is why they talk about the other woman if it's not a karmic, if it's just the other woman. It's because they want you off kilter and off balance. They want you clamoring and fighting and all of that stuff, because it makes them feel valued. It strokes their very fragile, weak, and puny ego. And I was like, I'm not playing this game with you because, one, I'm not effing, right? If I'm not having an orgasm, why am I giving you all this attention? I wasn't resentful of it. I was just like, it's a matter of fact. Why am I this invested? I'm not. That girl was that invested and insecure and codependent and all the things that I have been. That's why I was looking at it. And I was like, wow, you really are playing with people's emotions, and this is going to backfire on you, something special. But you got to remove yourself, because you are the spice. When you are in a third party, and if you know, I didn't realize what was happening till right till the end. So it wasn't like I was there forever and ever. But what I will tell you is, when you realize it, get out right away, because if you stay, all you do is you add fuel. And now Tinsley's working extra hard, and she's rubbing her pussy against her extra longer and extra faster because she needs to exert dominance. And I was just wondering, I was just like on the other side, like, what's happening, bestie? What's going on? I didn't realize that she was using me to get her. Do you understand? That's what your DM is doing. They're using your energy to get the person to be attracted and attached and obsessive. And she picked the right one, a low vibrational Scorpio, unevolved, unaware, super dogmatic. She picked the right one for obsession, because for her, that made her feel validated and good and stroked her ego. It does the same thing for your divine masculine. It strokes his ego to have the crazy person. This is also why the karmic starts to emulate you. For me, I'm spiritual. She started going to church and trying to take her to church to save her from my evilness when they were actually demonic. So y'all be very careful, because if you feed into that, it will go on infinitesimally until it reaches a fever pitch. And the example that I will show you is Betty Broderick, her husband, and her husband's cliche blonde mistress, who ended up Betty Broderick. I think that Tinsley's like Betty Broderick, really, and Jodi Arias combined. There's a nice mix of crazy and obsession there with her and my divine counterpart, who's not divine but just a karmic soulmate. What I will tell you is it ended up murderous. Why? Because there was a triangulation. The same thing happened with the astronaut's girlfriend, and the astronaut's ex that drove across country in a diaper. People see this stuff happen all the time when you're when guys are playing these games, or masculine energies are playing these games, and feminine energies play them too. And then people lose their ish, and they're like, how did I get here? And I was like, when this girl takes your life, God bless you, and God forbid it for my bestie, my old person that I used to love. When this girl hurts you and creates havoc in your life, it's because you cooked it up. You wanted all of this attention. Be very careful what you ask for. You always get it. So if you notice you're in a triangulated situation, get out, guys. Just leave it. Stop trying to win. Stop trying to prove your point that you're magical. Look at me. I'm magical. I know who I am. I didn't need my bestie to validate it, or her ex person or her new person or her current person to validate it. I knew who I was. And that's the thing you have to know, is who you are. You have to be integral in who you are. Do not get caught up in the competition game, because you will lose yourself in jealousy and craziness. This was a shadow work moment for me. It was a dark night of the soul. I did have to ask myself, do I feel jealous? How does this make me feel? What's happening? And when I realized that it was all contrived, it was so much easier to detach from. Let me save you some trouble. They need you there for it to be hot. As soon as I left, I know they hated each other. They may have stayed together out of codependency and out of sexual addiction and whatever, but I know that the thrill was gone. Ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. Get out. All right, if you all saw Get Out, you know that's a theme. The rabbit's got the gun. Get out, because those two will end up on First 48 and Snapped, either with each other or somebody else, because of the kind of games they're playing and the devil energy they're succumbing to. I did not have time for that. You know that meme that says, today I got time, cuz? I did not have time for that. And as soon as I realized that she was using me to lasso in her next piece, I was like, girl, I'm your best friend. This is, I call foul. This is not even fair. Fair is what I used to always say to her. But with a covert narc and a malignant narc, they don't play fair. It is not always fair in love and war. They play dirty. It's knives out. It's shanks out. It's broken bottles of glass out. And unfortunately, the thing that they manifest in the 5D, which is spiritually the game playing and the mind games, will show up in the 3D. Get out before you end up at the wrong side of a broken bottle, before you end up at the wrong side of a shank, before your tires get sliced and someone's stalking your life. Tinsley stalks me to this day. She's probably watching the video now. I removed my energy before it could be more intensified. Can you imagine if I would have stayed in the fight, quote unquote, for a basura bestie, that means trash, who didn't value me and devalued me to somebody who was going to make her be at the lowest point of her life? It wasn't worth it. I did the warnings and then I got out. If you want to warn your DM, God bless you. A lot of us do. They don't listen. My angels asked me to stop saying anything. They said she's stubborn and she's going to have to learn this the real deal Holyfield way, the same way you did. Real life experience. All right, guys, don't be triangulated. When you notice it, pull out your energy and save your soul, your life, and your sanity. Amen. Amen. Come back and join me next time, and we will continue to evolve together.